Hi. This short video will just explain some more about the coaching skills workshops that I run with young people and how it can support them and how it can support you as an educational setting. So basically, over a 6-week period, the students will learn some basic coaching skills such as listening, and active listening, and they'll experience that both as the person who's being listened to and also the listener. They will practice empathy. They will practice to be non-judgmental and to be supportive of their peers. This in turn will help to establish friendships, establish support networks, and also to create sort of positive challenge amongst those peers. Within the 6 weeks, we will challenge limiting beliefs. We'll use some different processes and different coaching tools to do that. We will look at negative self-talk. Very often, young people and even adults have a very negative friend sitting on their shoulder, but very rarely do they have a positive self-talk friend. So we will be looking at who's in their head and what are they saying, and also how to empower themselves to talk more positively about themselves. We will also spend time processing positives. So again, as humans, we very naturally focus on the negatives, but very rarely give time to anything positive that's happened. So one of our sessions will be very much based around that, which will link very closely with boosting self-esteem, understanding ourselves, recharging our self-esteem battery, which will then lead us on to looking at social confidence. So social confidence is the opposite of social anxiety. Very, very commonly, if someone's got low self-esteem, they will then also have a low level of social confidence, or they will have a high level of social anxiety. So we will be looking at that. We will look at how to overcome that, how to process it in a positive way, how to split events up into sort of during and post event, and how to process it in a positive way, celebrate all the fab things that have happened. Throughout the course, we'll be celebrating, saying sort of, yay me, look what I've done, that kind of thing, because again, very rarely do young people shout from the rooftops all the amazing things that they can do. They just sort of let those brush past them, yet one negative thing will really sort of floor them, and they can focus on that for weeks, months, years. So it's really sort of about preparing them, putting sort of some body armour on and a superhero cape and making them feel fabulous about themselves. Next thing that we'll look at is unhelpful thinking styles. So we'll look at maybe someone who's a negative thinker and how that can impact and how to turn that around to a positive. Black and white thinking, perfectionism, all of these things that can actually hinder somebody with their sort of happiness and how confident they are. And then the final thing that we will focus on during the workshops is we will look at use of language. So again, whether somebody is talking down to themselves, whether somebody's being quite catastrophic with their use of language, and how that can impact upon our negative self-talk. The sessions will be very interactive, both when we are face-to-face and also using via distance, using Teams. And obviously when they are interactive, when they're face-to-face, will be a lot of sort of movement, obviously taking into account COVID restrictions and that kind of thing. But it will be important that the students sort of have chats to other people, have little mini coaching sessions, and become little mini coaches themselves, because once they've experienced coaching somebody else and really listening to somebody else, they'll start to listen to themselves and sort of work out what do they need. Another thing that we'll look at is we'll look at the Human Givens tool. So basically the emotional needs of an individual, and that'll allow the students to work out what's going well for them at the moment and what areas do they maybe need to give more time to, maybe things they can cut out of their lives, and that kind of thing. So it's all very supportive workshop, but they will be challenged. Impact upon Attendance, so you'll find that students will their attendance will improve, their motivation, their participation in class, because they'll be more confident. They actually, they'll contribute answers more, because their self-esteem will be boosted. Like I say, it's a 6-week programme. The reason behind this is because it's not something that you can change overnight. It's challenging their belief systems, and empowering them, and creating positive thoughts about themselves rather than the quite possible negative thoughts that they currently possess. So if you've got any questions, feel free to email me at hayley@positiveyou.com. So that's positive and then EWE.com. And I can help you with those, and I look forward to taking the students through the programme. Bye.